some of the reasons were the same and some of their reasons were very different.
It's also so interesting that I don't think I realized is that how many obstacles she had to face within the family as well, that Prince Andrew did not want them to get married. Princess Anne was not a fan of Camilla. And of course, William and Harry didn't want to as well. I mean, why did Prince Andrew and Princess Anne, why were they so opposed to this relationship?
Because she'd been married before, she wasn't from the right sort of family. Right. Prince Andrew has a very different reason then to Princess Anne. He hoped, and this is quite exclusive really, he hoped that he could persuade his mother to throw Prince Charles out because he wasn't going to let Camilla go. Therefore, Prince William could be the sort of future king, but he would be too young. So Andrew could be taking over and run it until till William grew up. So that was sort of self-interest. And Princess Anne had the interest that she was a very, very hard worker. Mm-hmm. And she didn't know if Camilla was going to be that sort of hard worker. She'd also gone out with Camilla's first husband. They both sort of were crossing over with Andrew Parker Bowles, who had eyes for every woman he could see. And so some of the reasons were the same and some of their reasons were very different.
Interesting. That would, it would have changed the course of history if the Queen actually listened to Prince Andrew. Obviously Prince Andrew has been digging his own grave for quite some time with everything that's going on with Jeffrey Epstein. But I know that there was those reports that he no longer has a space in Buckingham Palace. Do you think that Charles wants to remove him completely?
Well, I think it actually makes sense because there's huge renovation going on in Buckingham Palace. It's going to cost well over £300 million. Mm-hmm. And it's a tip, apart from very special places where there are engagements and receptions. Mm-hmm. But he doesn't need offices there because he's not doing any office for the royal family. Right. They've offered him offices somewhere else, but not in Buckingham Palace. So it doesn't look as cruel as it might sound. And also, he doesn't need a home there because he's got a home with 30 bedrooms. I think it's 30 bedrooms in Windsor. Mm. So he's not having such a bad time. But you can't stay there and, in Buckingham Palace when he's not actually a working royal.
For more news, content, and exclusive interviews, make sure to hit the sub, like, and bell button down below and visit usmagazine.com.